Okay, stop. So, no.
I forgot where you ended off. Saying subscribe is hard for me. I don't know why. It's just a hard word.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, you say it better than I do. I'm mumbles over here.
Well, that's just because you speak mumbles.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll see you guys on that.
Sorry. Do I say like and subscribe below? Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ricky.
I'm Courtney.
In this video, we want to talk about some of our 2021 goals, or actually all of our 2021 goals.
Yeah.
So we won't waste a whole lot of time getting into it. Courtney's going to lead off with her main goals this year.
So I'll start with one of my, I don't want to say more important ones, but I've over the years, I just feel like I always fluctuate. Sometimes I have thinner years and healthier years, and sometimes I'm just not. I'm eating bad and doing less exercising and things. So I don't want to set a goal that I want to lose X amount of weight. My goal is to embrace a healthier lifestyle. So I want to exercise at least 4 times a week. That doesn't mean I can't do more, just that's the bare minimum. And then I want to walk every day. That could be running if I want to, but I don't want to push my feet too much. But walking every day, I think that's just a good habit to do. Just get out, get some fresh air, get some steps in, that kind of thing. I also want to make sure we're eating more vegetables. I know we do eat some. I know I do, and I know the kids and Ricky do too, but I just want to make sure we're having at least one with every meal.
No, we don't do a very good job on that.
Well, I think we do the same thing. You don't. No, you don't. I make the kids eat theirs, but we can do more and try different vegetables, not just the same steamed broccoli all the time. But and then I want to try some new recipes. So just kind of branching out into a lot of the different elements of what it means to be healthy.
So I have one too that kind of ties into that is with working out. I did 5 times a week. Usually when I kick these things off, I try to do 7 times a week, but now I know myself and I just don't think I can do every day. I know I can do 5 days. I can get 5 days in, no problem. It'll be it'll be a slug, it'll suck to start out, but part of my workout is I'm gonna keep it super simple. I'm lazy, I'll be honest with you. I don't have the drive to get up and go to the gym. And so, but we have enough stuff here that I can work with. I have my pull-up bar outside, my dip bars, we have a treadmill because it's winter time. And then my thing is I do push-ups. I do 100 push-ups during my 5 days. I'll do 100 push-ups each day, and I'll do 50 sit-ups every day. Now that may go up as I get in better shape, and I'll run a mile every day, and then I'll try to incorporate my pull-ups and dips and just try to be better. So yeah.
You could also do some cycling.
I could do some cycling. We do have a stationary bike out there. We should definitely get some use out of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So my next goal that I'm setting for myself is to have a better work-life balance, and I can give some specifics about that. But 2020, we worked from home pretty much the entire year, and I already worked a lot, but I find that working from home is much harder for me to separate my home life from my work life.
Which is hilarious because you're at home and it's like...
But that's the part, my work is also at home, and so it's like I never leave, and the way we have it set up right now, my desk is in my bedroom, so it's just always there. I have my work cell, so it's just constant checking my emails. So that said, I want to make sure that I'm working less than 50 hours a week, and making sure I'm logging off at a decent time, setting better expectations with my business partners, making sure that I'm not staying late just to finish something to when I could do it the next day. So that'll allow me to accomplish some more of my other goals, which I'll share in a minute, but I just really want to focus on that.
Cool. All right. Moving down my list is I'm really bad with carbonated beverages. I am absolutely horrible. I'll drink like a few cans of Sprite like every day. So
He never drinks water.
yeah. So this year I set a reasonable goal is I'm gonna drink roughly about 100 ounces of water a day. I'm gonna limit myself to 2 or less carbonated beverages per day. Not per day, but per week. Because I literally I hydrated by drinking Sprite, which is like horrible. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's some liquid in there. It still counts. I did look it up just to see, but it still counts towards hydrating your body, but it just doesn't go down as like smooth as like how water does. So
yeah, for sure. So my next goal is it kind of ties into our entire family, but I want to spend more time as a family. We do things as a family. We watch movies and such, but I really want to make a conscious effort to, do something each week, whether that's, put a puzzle together with the kids and Ricky, or, we can all sing karaoke on the arcade, like whatever it is, board games, something. I just want to make sure we're dedicating time each week to spend as a family to just bond and have some fun.
But yeah, I would like to see some of us like a group setting, like you said. So
yep.
Yeah. Next thing for me is this year I definitely want to tighten our budget and like get my spending under control. I can't speak for her, but I definitely need to get mine under control. Just getting back to how we used to be. So we got certain financial goals that we're trying to reach, and like some of my spending and just being kind of like, I got it, and so I just spend it instead of like saving or applying it towards other things.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Another one for me, I kind of mentioned time as a family. Another one is for us to date each other. I feel like we have kids, they're busy, they've got activities. We're constantly busy between work and their stuff. But I think it's really important to spend time, just he and I together, to, just build on our relationship. And I mean, marriage isn't necessarily work, but it is important that we spend time together, just us, The kids are gonna grow old and move out sometime, so at least that's the plan. But
they can be here forever if it's up to me.
That's true.
Until they get married.
That's true. But I think it's important for us to spend one-on-one time together, and we do that. I mean, like, we watch TV occasionally, but I want to make an effort to, each week let's spend one-on-one time together, whether that's watching TV or doing something else we want to do, like playing pool, foosball, whatever. And then take a walk. That 2 goals in one. Boom, hit my walk. But also on top of that, I also want to do. Once a month, we need to go out of the house on a date. Okay. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be going get ice cream or something, just something to get out of the house, get away, spend some time together.
So my next goal, and it kind of ties in with my other goals, is just telling my friends no. And that's part of tightening my budget up. It's like, yeah, I could go do X, Y, Z, but then I put myself in a situation, not where I can't afford to do it, just that's not a part of like the goals that I've set for myself. And I was talking to my friend Crystal about the other night. We're like, yeah, you'll go out to, you'll have plans like, oh, let's go out and hang out. And then, next thing you know, you're like $200 down. And it's like, no, don't get me, I have a fun time, but like, we've built like this amazing basement where we could come and drink, and it's free to drink downstairs. I mean, obviously I gotta get the alcohol, but it's a lot cheaper to get drunk downstairs than it is to go out and get drunk and spend $200-300. And it wouldn't be so bad if it was like I said, I still want to go out and do that kind of stuff, but like the frequency of which we were doing it was a lot. Like, we were doing it like twice a month, and it was like,
I mean, I definitely slowed down this year.
So that's got to get back into telling my friends no, and just say, hey, catch us on the next one, or hey, hit me up when you get back.
I think the last one for me is focusing more on myself. I mean, I know I talked about healthier lifestyle, but I think it's important too for me to have time to myself. So whether that's, reading or baking some cookies or watching TV or a show that I want to watch by myself that no one else wants to watch, or anything like that. I just want to make sure that I'm allocating some time to myself each week, just to kind of decompress, chill out, have some me time. Maybe that's Animal Crossing too, I don't know.
Well, honestly, I agree with you 100% on that. Like, I've always said that you should have like your time, and then just outside of that, I would say at least you should be allocating 45 minutes to an hour every day just for you to like breathe and just go think and let your thoughts go. It's really helpful, especially for someone who has like really bad anxiety. Like, to have that time to myself is like really helpful. Okay, so before we get into our couple goals, we have 2 of those that we want to share, but just take a quick moment to reach out to you guys and say, hey, when you're setting goals, it's always best to I think it's good to stay away from like absolutes, because if you fail one time, people tend to give up on their goals. Like, well, I didn't do it this time, so I'm just done and done. Try to be flexible with your goals, and don't, like for me, for example, when I said, hey, I would love to work out 7 days a week, I just know I'm not gonna really do it, so I scaled it back. That's the same thing with like losing weight. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, and then it's not working out that way that you wanted it to. Set like she did. She has better lifestyle, better habits. Like, I'm gonna exercise X amount of times a week. So I think that's important when you're setting your goals.
I think it helps too, because it's almost like, not baby steps, but you don't want to just set an unrealistic or unattainable goal, because when you do fail, because you probably will, if it's like, way out there, then it's disheartening and it's kind of demotivates you to even try. So
been there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on, our couple goals, we have 2. The first one that we're gonna do this month is going to be dry January. So that means we're not gonna be drinking for the month of January. Yeah. So that's gonna be weird and good. It'll be good. Just to try to change up things, and because I drink, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times a week.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but just trying something else, and like all that sugar intake that I'm doing, it's not really helping with like my health goals. So
exactly. So dry January also helps with my first goal of embracing a healthier lifestyle, because it's just kind of building onto that.
Okay, so our next couple goal is really buckling down and making additional payments towards our principal on our mortgage of our home. We just refinanced this year. Our first payment is due on February 1st.
Yeah.
This is a crazy thing. We didn't even really know a whole lot about refinancing. I was like, I will just
write it out.
Just write it out. But fortunately, we have a neighbor, Katie Kennedy, who talked to us about it and what the benefits were. And so we ended up going from a 4% interest rate to 2.75. So, and then now instead of a 30-year loan, we're on a 15-year loan. So what our goals are as far as that's concerned, we found this handy sheet. So as you see here on this handy sheet that we found here, our original purchase price of the house was $822. And so we had a previous house that we had paid for, so we put that obviously towards the balance of this house. So, but our total mortgage right now after the refi is...
Yeah, so what we owe now is the $228,790, and so we're focused right now on just chipping away at that, putting more towards the principal, obviously making our same payments every month, but adding more to that.
And so as you see here, these little houses, they equal $2,300 each. So we just, just to have some way to focus, we hung this sheet up on our wall. Not wall, but our refrigerator. So it better motivates, making sure we're staying on track telling our friends no, we can't do XYZ today, and just getting to that point so we can get this house paid for. So our short-term goal is to attempt to fill in 20 houses a year. That's including our our normal payments. So that's gonna help with us getting that goal. But literally any extra money we get, any raises, any bonuses, any tax returns, it goes straight to the house. Like we got our little our stimulus check from the government yesterday, and immediately it went right to the house.
Yeah, so the reason that, and I know it sounds like a lot because it feels like a lot when I look at the little bubbles on the sheet, but what we want to do is we want to get our house paid off by 2026, and so we know that in order for us to get there, we've got to make some sacrifices, and we know that we're going to miss out on some things. We may not get to go on vacations or do things out and about as much, but those are sacrifices that we're willing to make because the end goal is in sight, and we want to get the house paid off so that we can do other things that we really want to do, like travel more, or he wants a pool in the back of our yard. So there's things that we want to do in the future, and in order for us to get there and not continue adding more debt, we have to pay this off first.
Yeah, and so instead of like doing these like little small like vacations, we just hold off, just sacrifice for the Lord. Then we can really ball out and do some fancy vacations. We get that pool, like backyard paradise. I always want a backyard paradise, and so our buddy Aaron did some sketches for us. So this is what it looks like with the dream backyard paradise looks like.
And your backyard paradise includes no grass in the backyard.
No one's back there except for me. I'm literally the only one that goes back there. Like you'll go down there and mess with the Traeger occasionally, but like you don't even notice like when our neighbors add things. So yeah, it get more use out there. So yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, so like I said, it's a lot to do, and it's a lot of like to say, oh, we're not gonna do this for a while, but the sooner we can get it done, because I look at my dad, he's retired right now, and every time I talk to him, like my dad's always pretty happy, right? Mm-hmm. But since he's retired, he's even ridiculously more happy. He's doing all the things that he loves to do. He has no worries. He's just like living his life. He retired early. He was like, you know what? I'm just done. And like he's been happy. Every time I ask him about it, he's like, man, Slick, I can't even describe to you what it feels like. He's just so excited to like, yeah, he's like, he goes fishing when he wants to. He's buying the kids ridiculous things right now.
True story.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, setting your goals. What do you want? What do you want out of life, and how can you get there? And for us, we started this journey. When did we start? When did we read those Dave Ramsey books?
Oh, The Total Money Makeover. If you have not read that, I would highly recommend you doing it. The biggest thing, the misconception is like, oh, if you do the Dave Ramsey thing, you can't do anything. No. And our budget, we have a budget. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to actually have a budget. And you can allocate for doing things. So we'll still be doing, so we'll still have a life. We just won't be doing these extravagant things that we have been doing. We're going to scale back and monitor what we're doing.
Yeah.
But
we do. I mean, we have, like you said, we have a budget set every month. We use the Every Dollar app, and we allocate every time. Okay, we have this amount of dollars for going out to eat, or this amount of dollars for entertainment. So we may, go out to the movies or whatever it is. We have this amount of money, and that's it. You can't go a penny over it. You have to stick to the budget, otherwise you're not really helping yourself. So, but yeah, I mean, we allocate everything: groceries, utilities, bills, like whatever the case may be. It lives in the app, and we stick to it.
Yeah, we do a lot of yelling at the kids right now. Why is that fan still on? Why is that light still on? There's no one in this house. Like, what are we in this room? What are we doing right now? So like, we're watching every single thing they're doing, and Courtney's like super like legit with her grocery shopping.
It's a competition. Now I can calculate, because I've done it so long. I have an allocated every week. I have $150 that lasts us all week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for our family of 4. And I plan out what we're gonna have that week. I plan out what I'm gonna make, what I need to buy, and then it's almost like a game when I go to the grocery store and trying to see if I can hit that target or right under. I can kind of calculate the taxes in my head at this point because I can kind of see where I've gone, but it's fun.
Yeah. And back to what you were saying about the book. So we read the Total Money Maker right before we built the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just sitting back looking, we're like, oh my God, our spending, I read it first, I was like, oh my God, our spending's out of control. It was like, we could be so much further ahead if we got ourselves together and did what we were supposed to do. And then I told Courtney, hey, you should read this book. And the first thing she said was like, well, I still want to do X, Y, Z, and Z and this. And I'm like, well, it's not like that. I was like, no, we can budget for those things and still have fun. I said, we just have to, we just gotta know where all our money is going to and be smarter with it. And then once she read it, she felt just like I did. Like we were just.
It's really eye-opening how much money you don't realize that you just throw away. I wish we had done it and read the books a long time ago. We probably could have paid for our house in cash at this point.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of money we were just spending buying, shopping, or going out to eat, or ordering things online, and we weren't tracking that. We weren't seeing how much we were actually spending. And yes, we had the money, so it wasn't like we were needing for anything, but just thinking about how much money we could have been saving and putting towards the things that we want to pay off. It was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and we weren't slouches prior to reading the book. I mean, we've always been really good with money and saving and things like that, but we didn't realize how much better we could do once we read that. So, like I said, I highly recommend, if you don't have a budget, you should have a budget, and you should stick to it. No, don't make excuses. Like, oh, it's just this one time. No, there's not just this one time, because once you let that slip in, you'll just keep on slipping, and it's just you're gonna fail.
It's the same thing for having a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
I struggle with that a lot. And we'd love to hear what some of your goals are, so drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.